Hi everyone! So for today's video, I'm gonna share with you how to do brush calligraphy using brush pen. But before we begin, here are the materials that we needed in order to create a beautiful brush pen calligraphy artwork. First, we need a smooth paper, so any brand of paper is okay. But for today, I am using a Monet Calligraphy Pad. So again, any brand and any kind of paper is okay so long that it is smooth. So why do we need a smooth paper? Because hairy papers or rough papers can damage the tip of your brush pen. So it is really important that you use a smooth paper for calligraphy. So next is we need a brush pen. So for the brush pens, I have a couple of suggestions for you guys. So you can use this Karin Brush Marker Pro. So this is a nice brush pen, and what I love about Karin markers is that you can blend them easily. So Karin Brush Marker Pro is a good choice. Another perfect choice is the Cocoiro Letter Pen from Zig. So this is a tiny tip brush pen, which I really love because it mimics the effect of a pointed pen. So you can use this, and you can also use Pentel Feud Touch. So this is a popular kind of brush pen. Again, this is also a small tip brush pen. And another recommendation is this Pilot brush pen. So I think this is called Pilot Makase brush pen. So this is another small tip brush pen. So both the Pentel Feud Touch and this Pilot brush pen are soft tip brush pens, and this one, which is the Cocoiro Letter Pen, is a hard tip brush pen. Another suggestion for you guys to use is the Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen. I love that one, and it's also available in a lot of bookstores, so you can easily find those. So for today, I'm gonna use the Cocoiro Letter Pen. So let's get started. Just like any other form of art, calligraphy also starts on drills. So for the drills, I am going to share with you 4 kinds of drills. And here are they. So first is upstroke. So for the upstroke, only the tip of your brush pen will touch the paper. So just the tip, and you will use light pressure, no stress. So just glide your pen on your paper like this. Okay, you can also do that on smaller version. So that is the upstrokes. So the next drill that we have is the downstrokes. So for the downstrokes, we are going to give stress on our pen. So pull, pull, pull. What are the common mistakes that my students usually do when doing the upstrokes and downstrokes? Some of them are doing the drills like this, or like this. So they seem to be in a hurry. This is wrong because there's no consistency on your stroke. Again, you need to have control from beginning to end, just like this. Also, try to have control and consistency up to the end. So do not do this. Okay, so for the third drill, it's the combination of the thick and thin strokes. So thick and then, So thick and then slowly release your brush, and then thin. So most of my students are having a hard time giving a consistent distance between these 2 strokes. Also, some of them are having a hard time when transitioning from thin thick stroke to thin strokes. So what is the easiest way, or what is the shortcut to that? For me, you just really need to be mindful. So you have to do it slowly. You have to take it slow. Don't rush so you will not miss this point. So again, let's try to do this. Thick, slowly release, and then thin, and then up. So as you can see here, there's more thin strokes than thick strokes. Thick, slowly release, and then thin. Thick, slowly release, and then thin. Okay, let's try to do it again. Remember, downstroke is thick, upstroke is thin. Okay, so the next drill that we have is the overturn. It's the same as this one, but for this one, we will start on the thin strokes. Thin, travel, and then release. Thin, slowly release. Thin, slowly release. Okay. Don't feel pressure, guys. If you're having a hard time doing this right now, it's okay. It took me years to master this, so I don't expect you guys to do this in a very neat way, especially if this is your first time. Okay, so those are our drills. But before we jump into the next part, which is the letters, I want to add another drill on our lecture. So this one is called ovals. So how do we do the ovals? Because ovals are very important on our calligraphy. So I want you guys to master this one. There are two ways to do the ovals. First is thick curve, and then thin, and then meet. So it's like that. Thick curve, thin, and then meet. So slowly release and then lift. Another way to do the ovals is this. Start with the half. So half, thin, release, and then meet. So half, release, and then meet. I find this one easier than this one because when I'm doing this kind of ovals, I am having a hard time making a consistent distance between the sides. So for this one, it's easier for me. If you're worrying that there are some excess parts here, like this, don't you worry so much because when you add another stroke, like for example for the letter A, it will be covered. So you don't really have to worry about some of the excess strokes here and there. So okay, those are our drills, and let's go to the letters. So for the first letter, of course, it's letter A. So how do we do letter A? First, we create an oval. And then we connect a half version of the underturn, which is like this. So you stop here. So remember, the underturn is like this. So for letter A, you will stop on this part. So let's try doing letter A. Oval and underturn. What are the common mistakes that my students do when doing the letter A? Some of them are doing it like this, not finishing the oval and then connecting the underturn. It's okay if you think that it looks nice, but sometimes the danger on that is it will be very obvious, like that. So I really suggest, and for practice, you really have to finish the oval. Another mistake that some of my students do is they cover the oval so much, like this. So how do you check if the distance between your oval and your underturn is just right? So as long as you can insert a triangle between these two sides, your distance is correct. So don't cover the oval, just put it beside the oval. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do it using bigger brush pen. Oval. And okay, so that's it for letter A. Now let's go to the next letter, which is letter B. Letter B could be done in numerous ways. Some calligraphers do it this way. Some do it this way. Some do it this way. And some are just doing it this way. So all of these are correct, but for today, we are going to do it this way. But I also explained this one. Okay, for this kind of letter B, all you need to do is to create a downstroke and then create a curve. So thin and then thick and then curve. So it's like this. It's as if you're creating number 2. Up, down, curve. So remember, upstroke is thin, downstroke is thick, upstroke is thin. Okay, now let's try connecting these two strokes. So 1, 2, 3, exit. 1, 2, 3, exit. Okay, now I'm gonna use a bigger brush pen for the letter B. 1, 2, exit. Okay, so that is for this kind of letter B. Now I'm going to show you how to create this kind of letter B. So first you need to go up, thin, and then thick. Sorry, I used the wrong brush. So again, first you need to go up, thin, and then release, and then create this stroke. So up, down, up. Again, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Easy, right? So now, before we proceed to our third letter, let's try connecting letter A and B. In connecting letters, you need to extend the exit strokes. So what are the exit strokes? This, so that your two letters won't be too close with each other. So let's say we're gonna write the word Baba. So it's like this. B, and then longer exit, and then connect the letter A, and then from here I am gonna put the thick stroke and then exit. Oops. When this happens, example, this one, you can slightly make it thicker. But if it's very obvious, you just really need to redo it. So that's the sad part in calligraphy. Sometimes you really have to do things over and over again just to make it perfect. So again, that's how you connect letters. So for letter C, it is very, very easy. First, you need to go up and then curve, and then exit. So do not put your exit strokes just below your entrance stroke like this, because when you connect a letter, for example cat, it will be too close. So it should be away from your entrance. Okay, let's try to do it again. Up, down, exit. Up, down, exit. So easy. I know you guys can do this one easily. Okay, so that is for letter C. Now let's try to connect A, B, and C by writing the word cab. So C, and then connect letter A, and then letter B. So now let's proceed with our fourth letter, which is letter D.